upon a time, there was a trader that sold clothes from village to village. He always carries big bundle of beautiful woven fabric, sarongs and headscarves. One day he arrived at the crossroads. The left road was broad and smooth. The right road was narrow and full of stone. After a while, he decided to choose the left road. He thought that the good road would lead him to the good and generous customer in a village. He walked on this road, but the further he walked, the bush becomes the trees which grow on each side of the road. When dusk fell, there was still no sign of a village. He did not meet a single person, too. There were only monkeys on the trees and lizards hide in the grass. At long last, he could hardly see the shadow of the trees. It started to be dark in that forest. But then, this trader saw a big house. When he knocked the door, an old woman opened and asked what he wanted. He said that he wanted to sell a cloth, but he could not find any village. The man asked if the old woman allowed him to stay in her house. He just needed for one night because the forest was full of tigers. He was afraid if those tigers would eat him. The old woman felt sorry for him. She said that her husband, brother, and her son were all tigers. If they found the trader in the house, they would kill him. The man felt frightened, and he did not know what to do. And finally, the old woman felt sorry for him. Then she allowed him enter the house. She warned the man not to make any noise while her family in the house. The woman gave the man meal. She took the bundle of clothes from him and hid him in a small room at the top of the house. A few moments later, the tiger's man had come home. As soon as they were inside, those tigers said, "They smell a man inside the house." The old woman said that there was no man in the house. She told those tigers' men that a half an hour ago, a man trying to sell clothes. He left his clothes and sarongs behind, and then went to the forest to sleep. Tomorrow he will come back for the bundle. The woman showed the tiger man a bundle of clothes. Those tigers men were interested in the fabric and sarongs. They wanted to have one. Every one of them chose a sarong and a headscarf. Those tigers paid for those things with big pieces of gold, since they did not have money at all. They decided to go back to the forest to look for the man and frighten him. It would be fun to scare the trader, they thought. The next morning, the old woman woke up the man. She told him to go fast as he could before the tiger's men come from the forest. She gave him the pieces of gold. The old woman showed him the nearest way to village. This trader thanked the woman, then he walked away as fast as he could do. He did not stop until he arrived on the main road and knew that he was safe. When he looked at his back, he saw that gold. He found that they were worth 1,000 times more than the clothes that tiger's people had bought. He returned home as a wealthy man. How happy he was. Years later, when he had forgotten about the bad night, he decided to go back. He wants to go to the house in the forest with some expensive woven clothes and jewels to sell to the tiger's man. When he arrived at the place where the crossroad used to be, he found nothing. The broad and smooth path had disappeared. For days, he walked around the whole area. However, he could not locate the way to the old woman's house. The end.